were seen in a very negative light.
Vampire cops who feed up the minority because it's what cops do, and nobody does anything about it despite knowing because it's what cops do. Here we go again. Politics aside, because they have to be, Night Patrol could have been something really unique, and in a few ways it is, but the overall execution is done the most lackluster way possible. There is actually a lot to like here, including some really good performances, but a hell of a lot more to dislike. And to kick things off with the good, the acting is easily the best thing about this. They got Flying Lotus, I don't know who he is, but he made Ash, that was pretty good. The likes of Justin Long gives us a pretty unique portrayal. And not much else stands out in particular, but the acting in and of itself continues to be entertaining. You don't get bored watching this, that's the main thing. Aside from the occasional scene that drags on too long, those do exist in this. Not to a huge extent, but you do want them to end. And in the same vein, it simply takes too long to get going. The stuff does happen, but it's clearly building up to something big that isn't a satisfying payoff. Now, I am aware it's not a huge budget, so you can't be expecting too much, but if that's the case, you don't put so much effort in building it up. From the intro, it does a good job getting you invested. It's real interesting, and that's the most disappointing part. Yeah, I recently covered We Bury the Dead, also wasn't the most expensive movie, but they worked with that. They didn't promise anything that big. And it could have been a lot better despite that, but it was a decent movie. This isn't, and I'm really sick of that excuse. Being the don't pick on movies with a small budget excuse, I'm not gonna waste time getting into all the amazing independent movies last year. There are some intelligent things done in this to get around the budget, and on occasion it is effective. But when you get to the end, it's one disappointment after another. If you've ever seen The Grave with Liam Neeson, it's something like that. Not completely, but that's not artistic. I hate it! And neither is the start the movie at the end gimmick, especially when you have a lot of shocking moments. In many ways, the film is fearless. You have scenes and other events you won't expect, so letting us know the lead is not gonna die at the beginning doesn't do a whole lot of good. It's basically an all bets are off deal aside from that, but it only comes down to individual scenes. Is it a unique premise? Not really, and I don't think you're gonna remember it too much. It even pulls the chapter card, I have no idea why. It's not even segmented that good. And you even have this ring that keeps the vampires away, and never mind why. But it leads to a question, why not wear that throughout the whole movie? They don't. It's really bizarre. Unless I missed something, but at this point, who cares? I hate all you people! I hate you! It's kind of like the big setup for a climax that goes nowhere. It couldn't be expected to, but again, don't set it up. If you get excited, you'll be real disappointed. And whenever I see a movie like this, I'm tempted to skip it. I almost did, but the more I thought about it, there's so many interesting ideas wasted on this generic movie. For example, they use metal teeth for some reason. They are, in fact, vampires, but I love that creativity, or authenticity, whatever you prefer. And the style of it, various methods they use to get around the budget. It's memorable in some ways, but they don't outweigh the issues. The scenes are unexpected, they immediately grab your attention. It just isn't enough to keep you in it. It leaves you with the mindset it was just another political endeavor. Like I said many times, there's no place in the reviewing process. Another notable vampire movie came out last year, Sinners, I believe. It had messaging too, but it was also, you know, really damn good. This, I don't know what it really is. I do know if you don't love new movies but somehow made it this far, the main channel features videos on other movies. There's a link in the description, along with the gaming channel if you're into that. In this case, probably avoid this, even for the gorehounds. It's nothing new, and the acting makes it watchable. It has a number of suspenseful scenes, but as a whole package, not worth it. Instead, watch any other vampire movie. Night Patrol had a cool idea, somewhat, but in the end, they squandered it.
and you wasted my time!
That's just the way things go. If you want a low-budget vampire movie, or any kind of movie, don't waste time watching this. And if you did, let me know what you thought about Night Patrol down in the comments. You can like the video, subscribe if you enjoyed, share it if you can, and hit the bell to get notified because recommendations are equally useless. I'm the cinema analyst because somebody has to be.